Welcome everyone to Clarity 16.4.0 Feature Supportability Training. This is Denise Saladay. We'll cover the topic Report Designer Administration. So what is new this release? Report designers will now have some new capabilities while they are copying system reports. First, for one or more system data providers, they will be able to create a copy of that system data provider and map that automatically to their new copy of their report. And second, what they could also do is if they have some existing data providers that are non-system that they want to use in this new report copy, what they could do is map that data provider in the place of an existing system data provider. In my demonstration, I'll show you, while copying system reports, how to replace your system data providers with existing non-system data providers. And then after that, we will take a look at how to create a new copy of a system data provider, and we'll map that back to a system data provider while we're copying system reports. While I'll be demonstrating copying system reports, it's important to remember that copying non-system reports still works the same this release as it did last release, and any localization changes that you made from your source report are also copied into your target report. And in order to copy any report, you need to have the reporting data provider copy security right to copy any data providers under this new capability. So we have a system data provider, capacity versus demand by resource. You can see the system is checked, and we're just going to create a copy of it. And note that the copy modal has some enhancements, and we'll go into those in a minute. But first, let's rename our new report copy. Just change that to IT. So under projects, these are the system data providers that this system report design has. And we're going to look at the projects, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of the systems projects data provider. And you just click on the copy icon, and you can rename your copy however you like. We'll call it IT. And this is why you need to have your data provider copy security rights in order to perform that operation. So it's important to note that when you copy a system data provider using this operation, that if your data provider was active, the copy will be active. And if your data provider was inactive, the copy will be inactive. And any data providers that you copy, like IT projects, it'll be automatically published. And the security right to access this new data provider will automatically be granted to the user. This release, we also have the capability to map an existing system data provider to an existing non-system data provider. And for this one, I'm going to select IT staff across investments. It's important to note here that the data providers that appear within your drop-down list will only be non-system ones. They have to be active and they must be published. They cannot contain any queries in their data provider, and the user has to have view access to that data provider. And what's equally important to note is that this copy operation is smart enough to know which data providers contain the same attributes from that data provider that are used within your report design. So within the staff across investments system data provider, any attributes that I used in my report design as widget dimensions or metrics, any breakdown dimensions, any filters that I used within that data provider, either at a report tab or widget level, table columns, attribute groups, either the attributes themselves are metrics. And additionally, if I have built conditional formatting in my report design, it's going to evaluate any attributes that I used in the condition and to within that data provider. And it will only show me those data providers that contain all those same elements from the other data provider, the system data provider, and the report design. So if I map my last system data provider to an existing one, you'll see that this is the only data provider that I have that matches that criteria and contains all the same metrics within my report design that I'm using. And once you either make copies or select all of your data providers, you can perform your operation to copy the report. You just click copy. And you can see here that my copy was created of the report design in draft mode. And it's not a system copy. And if I look at the data providers that I used within my new report copy, these two already existed, so I just remapped them and it created the new data provider called IT Projects, which is published and it's in active state. One limitation whenever you're trying to select a new data provider to map your non-system data provider to is the evaluation process. If you have any filters defined here in your data provider, your joins tab here, this is not evaluated. So in your drop-down list, when you're selecting data providers to replace, if it doesn't have the latest status attribute, it's not even going to notice that. It doesn't even evaluate these types of filters whenever you can select new data providers for replacement. And this concludes the topic for Report Designer Administration. Thank you.